But your wife is ugly as fuck. I'd rather be dead than have your fucking wife. I'll be back.
Good game, bro.
We're gonna miss you.
You're a little bitch.
You're gonna go nowhere.
Yeah?
Remember that.
Bro, do you want to get up?
I have still chips on the
I'm waiting
table.
if you want to get up.
I still have a poker game to play.
Yeah, of course.
And you settle with everyone else? So there's no one you owe money to right now?
In the world? No. I mean, there's no one.
World makes me a little question, like,
well, of course. I mean, yeah, but I have a lot of numbers with people, so that's.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both ways.
But the problem with both ways is the people that owe you, they're bad people, and the people that you owe, if you're not paying them over a long period of time.
Oh, I don't think you would agree that they're bad people. In fact, I actually think you would think they're very good people.
I mean, I think I have a little more black and white view of it than you do.
Okay, I'll ask you off air. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
In a privacy.
We don't have to talk about this.
No. Because
He knew it was me brought up. Like, you know, he knows his dirty laundry is going to get aired a little bit. And, you know, it's just a shame that people, old school guys, think what you do is okay. You know, borrowing for money or sports betting without planning on paying and doing stuff, or like, you know, playing open face and collecting.
Shaun, you have no idea what you're talking about. Again,
let me say something.
You and I have never had a number. You have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
because
I wouldn't ever give you a number because I'm smart.
What's
and
that?
I have plenty of people who are bad
You
debts
just
out there.
fucking gave me 12,000.
Yeah, because
nice
Phil
try.
Hellmuth vouched for it. Because Phil Hellmuth
He
has
did
an
not
honorable
vouch for it, by the way.
You want to see the text when he vouched for it? And he said, "Can you give Brandon 12,000
I told you. I told.
Do you want to see proof? Oh, my phone's getting charged right now. Can someone in the crew
It
get my
is
phone?
not. Ask Phil.
Okay.
Ask Phil if he vouched for it. Call him.
Uh-oh, you might be in trouble.
I'll show you the text that he sent
He
me.
did not fucking vouch for it. And by the way,
Matt,
I'm putting you on the 7-year plan.
7.
He did not fucking vouch. No.
We were all in the car together.
Well,
when we received these texts.
I didn't ask him to vouch.
But,
I did not ask.
but he knows you would not
That
get
could be
money
true.
from any of us without him vouching.
Okay,
Because he
well-
understands your reputation.
No, I heard that you were going to loan me money, and I thought that was very nice.
He has.
You give 12,000 to can't do for me. That's what it's texting. So that's vouching. That's saying he owes.
Oh, you called.
Yeah, I called you.
Shocking.
Well,
It doesn't mean you.
right. I didn't trust me.
I was trying to get Kyle to squeeze.
I know you did not want to borrow from me. I know how painful
I would
it is.
never. I would. Well, actually, I would.
Yeah, of course, because you're just going to free roll me like you've done with many other people.
Actually, I would borrow just because. You're right. Actually, Shaun, I would free roll you. Actually,
I believe it.
and
you
actually,
find
it
that
would,
acceptable.
it would
that's 'cause you're-
actually,
I'm getting
if I
a
free rolled,
little, like-
if I free rolled Shaun and Shaun only, it would bring me actually great pleasure. Actually, not free roll. 7 years is on your payback plan.
You realize that saying stuff like that's like kind of scummy, though, right? Like even if you don't like someone,
Oh, you don't
owe
think
them
you don't
money.
think Shaun's done anything scummy to me?
You keep like look.
No, I'm asking you a question.
I'll answer that, but I want to first say this. It's not like you have to like be like, but they did this or they like. It's not a 1-for-1. Like Shaun could be a terrible person and it have nothing to do with it would be scummy to not pay him
Well,
money.
he is a terrible person.
But anyway, I'm sure Shaun has done something.
Okay, this is the Hellmuth text. Can you please give Cantu 12,000 for me? I know you don't love him. I said, depends. Do I get to fuck with him over it? He said, yup, he's ready for you. Okay,
I am
so
ready
that's
for
when
you.
the show starts.
Ooh, ready for you.
So you act like this was not like. Oh, sorry.
No, you're big.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I mean, like it's okay. So let's talk about the open face thing you did to two friends of mine. You played them in open face.
No. Let's talk about.
let's just-
I want to before we go
you
to
tell me.
break. I want to
Story.
hear. By the way, I want to hear where your line is,
Cost me
Shaun.
$200.
Because all of a sudden now you won't like you don't
your
dig
button,
into
it was your
people's
button, you just
families, and you don't like
don't
when
know
I've heard you have.
Well, listen. Let me just ask you this: is what happened? You
No,
played
answer
open
it,
face.
please.
You played open face with two gentlemen. Not really
cares?
gentlemen. One's an asshole. One's a gentleman.
Love
You beat them on day one. You collected from them.
What year?
I'm also,
What year are we
like,
talking?
out of
You were in World
position on,
Series
like,
Europe.
3
You know who I'm
big
talking
sacks,
about.
so,
You know the people involved.
the bigger I make.
Oh, the Emmon situation?
No, not talking about that one. No.
On
What are
the
you talking
butt?
about?
You're on
I
the,
guess-
on
I
the
guess
butt.
I'm
You're not out of
managing.
position against anyone, bro.
I settled that with him.
Okay, I understand you said, but no.
Yes.
But I
You know
just want,
how
I want
the button
the world
works,
to know what
right?
you
The
did.
button-
That you
I know, I
find.
know.
The pair,
Hey, Doug,
they
hold
go
on.
and then you go.
No, by the way.
No,
Hey, Shaun.
let me just tell my story.
Okay.
Let me tell my
Trying to do
side.
2 things at once.
Before,
Oh, you're
so
interested in
you
the
played
story.
open face. Hold on. On day one, you won from them. You collected money from them. And on day
20,
two,
and, you know, I had a bad day on 2012.
listen.
In 2012.
So the next day,
we were playing at like a 4-day open face marathon.
I don't
Yes.
care, Brandon. I just want the details to be out there. Let
Okay, so
people know
what you
what a piece
do
of
or
shit you
don't want the details?
are.
You ask for the details, and then I fill in.
I'm trying to give my general story. You
parts
can
that
correct.
aren't true.
So let me say what I was told was the story. So day one, you collect from them an amount of X. On day 2, you play the next day. You play them again. You lose to them, and then you don't pay them.
I paid a lot of it. I paid a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah,
I was told
did.
you did not.
Well, you're completely misinformed.
Well, then I'm wrong.
Sorry, I only had 30 or 40,000 on me that day, Shaun.
Okay.
And I know you always have hundreds of thousands
No,
on
I
you.
don't travel with that much money because then I have
Oh,
to
you
loan people
do.
like you.
You do.
So that's part of the reason I don't bring that much.
At your peak, Shaun, like how much were you worth?
You just can't help
I'd love to
himself.
know. Like what, 6, 7 million at your very
don't know.
peak? No, well, just tell us.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Why would he even want
What does that have to do with anything?
Obviously, I'm
Because you're trying
getting
to brag about your peak was higher and your
Eric, are you guys in the conversation here? Can I have a conversation?
Yeah,
you
we're at the
really
table.
become Phil Hellmuth.
So you're the only one that's allowed to like
No,
interject?
I mean, I'm trying to have a conversation with Shaun at the moment.
Okay.
You
We're
just
all
brought
here-
up a lot of people's like net worths and stop lot, and like you're like
Right.
prodding
It's just
all this
weird.
information.
Oh, sorry,
Trying to get everyone
sorry, Shaun,
drunk,
is that
just
over the
like-
line? Asking
No, I
what
mean,
your
I'm
peak
not
net
going to
worth?
answer. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
put-
tell me, what was it?
I'm not
I'm
going
gonna be honest.
Sorry, guys, I didn't realize there's got to be a line to every conversation.
I just don't know how that's
What?
explain how that's relevant to the story, and then maybe I
What
can
is
say
happening?
it. But
I'm
you just
getting
asking
very
out of the blue, it doesn't seem relevant at all to our discussion.
Because what you're dominating and controlling where the discussion goes.
Which is, I started the discussion. So
Right.
yes.
So
But I don't
if I had any detail to the story that you don't like or somehow
I said I might be wrong.
That
If
you're
you're
hearing fifth or sixth person.
I'm hearing from the people who
doesn't-
played against you. I'm going those two people as my source. You know, that's first generation, like source. you know?
Right. Right, and I'm telling you,
I think some
you're
new terminology was just coined.
completely. I'm telling you,
It was
it's
a first generation source.
I'm telling you, what you have heard again, as you're always trying to stick your nose in other people's business, is completely wrong.
Okay.
Completely.
Okay.
So, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you
you
took it
sorry
the
to
other
them?
way.
For not paying them for so long.
Do you think?
feel any
Do you
guilt
think
for
some
that?
of those people maybe have ever had problems like that
Oh,
going?
I do think
Oh, I
one
think
of
so.
them, yes.
You're right. I'm sorry. I only had 30 or 40,000 on me that day.
But you gambled over your head, and that should be something you should be. You
Yes.
have a family. You should
5
protect.
years ago. 5 years ago,
Shaun
I
the
did
family
gamble
thief.
over my head, Shaun.
No, I have a family.
No, but now he's talking about that he had. I mean, it wasn't insulting.
Oh,
but
I see.
He said that you
and
shouldn't
now,
have been gambling.
and now I
that
don't think
high
it's very nice. You're insulting my family, and I don't think.
I'm
No,
not, I'm
he did not
insulting-
insult his
Actually,
family.
you are, Shaun.
Sure.
I'm sorry
What,
you took
you
it that
don't
way.
you don't think the things that you say are
Kelly's trying
harming
to
my
get out of
family
here.
or like damaging like what it is to
So
me?
the fact that you can't borrow more from people is hurting your family. So you can't
No.
free roll more people. Yes.
See,
I
that
don't-
is how you would look at it.
That is
Right, because of a number in 2012. Let's keep that. Let's keep that straight.
How much do you have?
Yeah, it's 4K, right, or no?
Exactly
Just
for
leave the,
Oh, I don't know.
I thought
I'll count it.
boss, leave the 4K for
Oh, sorry, because you're not completely insulting
Looks like
them by
four.
name.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh no, maybe it's not.
Wait,
I've told you.
oh, is it short?
I don't know your kids. I know
Well,
your wife.
no. It's not,
And
no, we don't have to get into it. I'm not talking
This
about
seat's
that.
down.
I'm saying,
This seat's
again, you are doing it in your own way.
Sorry.
25.
I'm sorry you interpret that way. That is not my
33.
intention. I apologize.
I think most people would take it that way.
Okay, well,
Most
37.
most people that you're
Yeah.
attacking.
Give me this back.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the public.
Okay.
How much you buying him for? 20.
But you come up with your own thing that you think it's bad when people talk about your family, and I'm telling you, in my own, that's what you're doing to me.
Okay.
You guys scared Kelly
I
away.
was just saying
You know what I mean? It's how you take
I
it.
just hope that they're
And that's
financially
where I'm
taken
going
care
with
of
it
and
in the end.
protected. And I want to see the best for you and your kids and your
Oh,
family.
you want to see the best for me, Shaun?
Yes.
A,
I don't
that's
root
not
against
true.
you, Brandon. I don't root against you. I have nothing against you personally.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Okay.
You're
You
the
tell
you're
me
the
what-
angel that
Yo, are we
sits.
playing poker or are we on the fucking Housewives right now?
It's your way. It's your way of sitting like up and like It's
like-
your way of trying to
I mean, they
like.
drove
trying to
Kelly
make
away.
it
I'm pretty
Women,
sure.
like,
No.
I
It's
am
your
trying to make
way.
Boca better.
It's your way of trying to stay relevant, and it's
I'm
just.
not stay
Of
relevant.
course
I
it
don't
is.
care
You're
about-
trying to be a villain, and it's your own way of doing it. And
I would love to be the person who people came to
And
me
yet- and
and
yet
said, listen,
people hate you
so-and-so
for
owes
the
me
wrong-
money,
for
and I
the
want
wrong
you to be the
reasons.
one to out them for me because they're ashamed to be the voice.
you for the
I would love that if more people
Right.
were afraid to bring it up themselves, went to someone for that. And I
Well,
think that
right,
would
and
make
maybe
poker better.
if that was the
okay.
case, maybe they should learn to grow some balls in if they want to do it.
Is this
not
fucking good
do it
TV
themselves.
or is this like fucking douchebag fucking RS? What the fuck is going
I don't
on?
know.
here?
Douchebag or
Douchebag
us?
or us.
Yo, they only have that store in Jersey.
The Twitch chat can press 1 for good TV or 2
Come
for
on,
bad
really?
TV.
I mean, enough. It's fucking retarded, man. What the fuck gives a fuck? You think people?
But we have nobody to tell us.
I don't know. They probably,
They probably do
they
actually.
probably do,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, they're probably liking it. To be fair.
I don't know, Doug. I'm not from
I love how
Jersey.
Sean just makes his own
I know,
lines
I
for
know.
how he perceives them, though.
I'm not saying you're from Jersey.
It wasn't a dig at you, Mike.
No, I know.
There's just people
but
who
I'm
look
just
like
saying,
you.
Listen,
And
all
by
I
the
know,
way,
if I was
Sean, you
king
don't think
too,
there's
and
just
you kept on going on and on and on,
not
I
just
would
as many. There's
fucking
way
run
more
the
people like that want me to fight their battles on their behalf because they're scared to say anything to you. That you'll go to a place like families that I don't.
When have I
would-
ever
didn't
gone?
go-
Only one time in my career.
Okay,
I've
so
gone to
let's hear
family.
about-
To be fair, he didn't go
That
about
is
your.
not what he's done.
He didn't say anything about your family.
That's not what he's done.
I just explained that to you. How you don't
Well,
you don't
can I
think
get a
it
second
you don't think that affects my family? Like the things he says just because.
Oh
it's
no, but
not
he
to
didn't say
them
anything. You said he was
specifically.
talking about your family.
But he
though.
doesn't say anything specifically. But you don't think that it.
I get 4.
Okay, but you know what the thing is?
Yeah,
I don't
but
like that
then you
argument
shouldn't come on the
because
show. You know it's coming.
if
Reason
you
called the worst hand. He
if
can
someone
get a
what you're
discount.
saying is if someone says something negative
Right.
about you, it affects your family. Then yeah, stuff's gonna affect your family all the time. That's a very low bar. You're basically
that's
saying
how
like
again. That's how you perceive it. And
Well, also you know
wait
what's
till-
coming when you come on the
You
show.
wait till Doug. Wait till it comes around to you, and you might look at it differently.
But it won't.
You know?
come
what
around
so
to him,
what
though.
comes around to me?
So, how old are you?
28.
Oh, you're 28.
Okay,
You told
so
me
be
you're 21.
awkward.
Yeah.
I thought you were really young. I thought you were like 21. I don't fucking.
Look
I
at this
don't know
hair.
how
Does
old
this
you
look like a hair of a 21-year-old?
What's the
are.
straddle?
It is really good looking.
Whatever you want to make it.
Doug, do you know Brandon?
I don't want to make
No.
it 0.
You know anything about his past?
No, I'll do
Yeah.
100.
Do you know what planet he's from? I'm curious.
From who? Would it be Sean?
From who?
Anybody other
It
than
would
Sean?
be
$100 button straddle.
it would be
Is everyone straddling or no?
Small and big.
Not everyone.
specifically.
There's a couple nits at the table.
More than one person?
I don't mind straddling, whatever.
Or let's put it this way.
No,
Other
the
than
main
Sean,
place I
other
heard it from
than-
was Mercier actually. When he tweeted about it.
Right, that's again, we're talking about other than the situation. You know
Brandon,
what
it's
I
your
mean?
fault.
The only thing I know is the Mercier thing.
I fold.
Good fold.
Thank you. Right, but that's
That's
again.
an A+ fold.
But really, the Mercier situation was brought up by Sean.
Well, I'm saying I heard it from Mercier, so I don't really see why like.
Why did you and Jason have a falling out?
I don't know. We just, gambled a lot. Things got personal. We said some things.
Oh, something got personal with you, Sean? I don't believe that. Because I know you like me and all. You were trying.
You know what the thing is though? Sean can be a huge douche a lot of the time. But I know if Sean owes a penny, he's good for it.
Well, with you and Jason, were you like who was at fault that time?
I think we're equally at fault. I don't think it was one. There's not always one person at fault. There can be both parties can be in
That
the wrong.
sounds like Sean was at fault.
Yeah. See, now it's funny.
You were there when it happened.
I heard you were at fault,
in
Sean.
Florida. You remember that?
I wasn't. I
You
don't
were
think
there.
I was.
You were on the table next door.
I heard you were at fault, Sean.
Okay.
700.
I don't exactly.
And big
I don't
fault,
remember
not just
exactly
fault,
that.
big fault.
Wow. Who told you, Jason?
All in.
Well, I can't say my sources.
I'm kidding. Obviously, Jason.
Was it a
didn't tell
second
you.
generation source or is it?
It wasn't a
What
first.
generation?
You know what? You know what? I can be
Does the
honest.
source have any children?
By the way,
Oh, I know what this means.
by the way,
I know what
Sean.
this
See if
means.
you can hold one.
Seat open.
Sean,
I know what this means, Sean.
it was a second or third generation. It was not first generation though.
I got all of it.
6, 7.
In
7 club.
it's weird how something can be lost in the telephone. Like
Yeah,
playing
better
telephone
clubs.
down generation.
Turn him up.
How can I have you?
6, 7 of clubs have no shot.
Turn it up.
I
Turn it
want
up.
to see him, guys, with the all in there.
He has ace 10. Oh, ace 10.
Oh, you're
Oh.
so.
Oh, A club.
Oh, he's 6-7 A club.
Run it 3 times?
Let's
or?
make it 7. Let's make it a little.
6-7 A club. Ace.
Ooh.
It's one of the worst cards.
Club.
And live.
Oh, you held again.
Sean is like your personal piggy bank, Mike.
Oh, you didn't have 6, 7 of clubs. Oh, you're fucking with
Appreciate
it.
it.
Okay, you're sharp. Real sharp.
Wait, what was your other card? Did we see it or not?
Yeah. Face up. Face up.
Oh, my eyes.
so
Small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Diamond looks like club to me.
I'm running so bad today. You overplayed aces. It was all my all-ins with cards to come.
I noticed when the small pot's small, Natalia always wins. When it's big, you get.
Well, he doesn't have a
Gentile
big stack to
trapped
even lose
him.
a big pot.
Sorry, I don't make a lot of hands like you.
I just also feel
I make
like
7 high.
you kind of encourage people to.
Wait, we're still.
Right back.
I was gonna go back to it, but if you guys don't want
No,
to.
go ahead.
I feel like if you don't take like a stance against stealing money from people, that
Who hasn't taken that stance? Stealing money from people.
Well,
You don't think what you've done is stealing?
No, obviously everybody takes that
See,
stand.
we don't agree on the word stealing. To me, stealing money is when you take their money and don't give it back to them. To you, it's
In a reasonable amount of
No,
time.
to you,
by the
it's- to you,
way,
it's a little
who is
different.
that again? Who has that happened to? It depends. You can't just say if somebody.
Your list is too long.
If you,
I
that's completely not true.
like if I loan you 10K and you don't give me back 10K, you stole 10K from me. If I have a piece
You
of you,
stole 10K.
Yes,
Did you
stole.
loan it to me? Well, don't use me.
Yes,
Did you
yes,
to
if
player A?
if I gave you
If
10K,
you gave it to player A, just so that you know.
if I gave it to player A,
Right.
and then player A
What's
says I
hashtag?
can't pay you back, then yes, they stole 10K.
You ready to play now?
I don't know what.
Can't
What if
tell
they
him,
pay you back?
Mikey,
What if
double
they pay you
I
back
think
in
I
6
rather-
months?
I think I'd rather hear
Then
that.
it's unstolen.
He's
It's
asking for
unstolen.
hashtag.
I think that there should
One
be a
double up
defined
is all it
window when you give the money.
It's like a little bit of
And
air.
Okay,
then
well,
if it's
that's
past
usually
that, then yeah, it's stolen.
two people work that out. Usually.
I just think that everyone's way too liberal with like, is this okay or not okay? If you owe someone money, you fucking owe them money.
Obviously.
And if you don't pay them, it's stolen money. It's like pretty simple.
Oh, I know how wide this call is now.
Shaun, will you go back on to how much you like me?
So much money. Who's that? 15? 20?
I'll run in for 20.
3 players.
Would you like green?
No. I only have one gear.
Check.
Bet flops, bet turns.
Put all the cash in.
Hashtag, we need you, bro.
450.
Were you getting what? Do you? Let's
That
go.
looks like $2,000.
Huh?
I said I think he's got like 2K.
Okay.
He has like
No.
$200.
All right, how about this? How about this? We all
Yes,
chip in,
yes, like
and we tip
$200.
Matt to not let him in.
Solomon. On the big blind. Yeah, you're in. On the big blind. On the big blind.
2.
Is that, can you wait? So
What's the min buy-in, Matt? What's the
He
min
picked up
buy-in?
like $80 and showed us, so you make sure he has the money.
I'll take the under.
Please give him 1,000.
So tell me,
Castrato?
Shaun, tell me the story about when you were talking bad about someone's family, because you said you don't do that. And then change your story.
It was a guy almost busted my online account, which was most of my money at the time, which is irrelevant to why I did it, but I was high. He beat me out of a lot of money. I had no idea who he was, and we got in a bunch of shit-talking matches. And I basically said something. I had no idea if he had kids. I said something about his kids, and I regretted that.